Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. It's week 19. I can't believe it's week 19 in my weekly chit chat series, formerly known as the monetization series. I haven't taken my eyes off the monetization goal, but I'm certainly not focusing on it as my primary purpose for existing on YouTube. So I'm changing it to the weekly chit chat or whatever I want to talk about series. So this week I am back from Italy. I was away with my partner for 3 amazing weeks in Italy, and I was so busy I had absolutely no time to upload any videos from Italy, only the ones that I had pre-programmed from here in Australia. So I apologize for that. As you can imagine, Italy is amazing and there is so much inspiration and so much beauty and history and art, and it's overwhelming. And that's one of the topics I wanted to talk very briefly with you about this week, is about, well, we're all familiar with creative block, where you're just not inspired to create. And, you know, I often experience something on the opposite spectrum, which is called creative overwhelm. And that's what I've been experiencing this week, because Italy did give me so much inspiration and so much wonder that my brain's just been firing off on all cylinders and I don't know which way to turn. So, you know, creative overwhelm actually has some similarities to creative block, I find. You know, creative overwhelm, where your ideas, they're flowing out of your brain in full force, all hours of the day and night, usually at night. And there are so many ideas, so many new techniques that I want to try, but where do I begin? You know, it leads to like a decision paralysis. There's too many ideas and simply not enough time. So for me, this manifests as a sort of a quiet panic or a slight depression, where you just feel like you're failing because you're not able to act on your impulses. You're not able to do anything creative because there's just too many ideas, and then you can't sleep because there's too many ideas. And so during the day you're exhausted, and then at nighttime when you're trying to sleep, you just, it can drive you a little bit insane. Okay, so you feel like you're losing your mind. But apart from that, you're not able to act on your inspiration, because apart from being completely exhausted, you're just paralyzed by this, well, like too many ideas, not enough time, right? It sounds like a great problem to have, you know, but ironically, it's actually quite debilitating, and it's also an emotional roller coaster. You know, if you're like me and you live and you breathe creativity, and you do, you know, you like to achieve every day, then feeling paralyzed by too many intrusive creative thoughts, as inspiring and as exciting as they are, it can actually work against you. So, you know, sometimes I can spend days dithering around, just wasting time, because I just keep getting distracted. The mind can't focus and I end up achieving nothing. And then I get annoyed with myself, and that cycle of self-talk, negative self-talk, goes round and round and round and round. So, how do you overcome creative overwhelm? Well, if only I knew the answer to that. But I think the first step is to really acknowledge that you're experiencing creative overwhelm. So allowing yourself to step back and really view yourself, that's a great skill in itself, but it allows you to focus on that pattern of behavior rather than blaming, you know, yourself. So I find, you know, you have to do practical things. So writing down a list of all these ideas is helpful. So the brain, it can start to relax. You know, you're not going to forget anything. And sometimes seeing your thoughts on paper can actually help the brain to kind of organize them better, maybe group them together and help you to get started. But the next step is to actually just start something, right? So similar to creative blocks, the act of doing something creative can help get that energy flowing and eliminates that sort of panic feeling. So this week, you know, rather than tackling my huge list of artistic ideas, I Well, I distracted myself and I sanded and I painted our old beehive. Just simply the act of doing something with my hands that engaged my creative brain. It really helped to unblock all of that overwhelm, and I feel more ready to approach my next artistic idea, which I'm going to jump onto today, definitely. On a side note, apart from all of that creative stuff, this video actually is the 40th video I've made for this channel, and that is quite an achievement for me. Despite being, a tiny channel, I'm still committed and motivated to keep pushing ahead, and I'm enjoying the challenges of video creation, and I'm actually learning a lot more about myself. When you have to articulate things in a coherent way for an audience, you really have to push yourself to organize your thoughts a little bit and your time, and I find that has been really helpful for me personally. I'm also so passionate about sharing what I love to do with all of you, and I just hope that one day you'll pick up a pencil or a pen and have a go at drawing something, because drawing for me has really changed my life for the better. So I hope it can help you in your life as well. My latest video, I drew a gorgeous little mandala, which I should have here, but I don't. I was trying out a new angle for filming while I was drawing it, so I think that worked really nicely. It gives you more of a close-up view of the drawing and more of a feel of the pen on the paper. So I think it worked well. So please check that one out and let me know what you think, because I do enjoy hearing from you all. Thank you once again for joining me today, and I really look forward to chatting with you all again next week. Bye for now.